Disclaimer, there will be spoilers mentioned in this video, so if you haven't seen this film and don't want me to give anything away about it, this is your warning to go watch it first and then come back. Also, everything said in this video is just my opinion based off of personal experiences. Feel free to agree or disagree as you wish. After all, this is just a personal critique. Enjoy the video. I cut my bangs really wrong last night and I tried to cover it up with the hat, so just ignore it, okay? So a lot of people really liked my 5-star rated movies, so now we're going to do my 1-star rated movies. I will be going over a list of movies and shows I have selected and giving a brief summary about them and then explaining my biggest reason why I don't think they deserve 5 stars. It's all basically the same reason, but I'll still go over it. And yeah, there might be a show or 2 or 4. Our first movie or movies is The Kissing Booth 1, 2, and 3. Directed by Vince Marcello and novel written by Beth Reekles. I think that's how you say it. And apparently when I was doing research about Beth, apparently she wrote the original story at age 15 and then published it chapter by chapter online to Wattpad. Yeah, so no wonder this story is really childish. So The Kissing Booth follows this high school girl named Elle and her best friend Lee. Basically, Lee and Elle have known each other since they were born, and when they were kids, they made these rules for themselves. Why would a kid want that? I don't know. And one of the rules is rule number 9, relatives of your best friend are off limits. Basically, Elle cannot date Lee's older brother, Noah, who she has had a crush on for years. But she can't date him because of the rules that they made up when they were like 5. Now, the actual kissing booth comes into play because Elle and Lee thought it would be like a good idea to have one at their high school's carnival. Just imagine if there was a kissing booth at your high school's like fundraiser. Like, I have to know, would you actually participate in it? Probably not. No, it just what? But surprise, surprise, Elle ends up kissing Noah and they start dating in secret. But in the end, everything starts crumbling because Lee finds out and he didn't want Noah to steal his best friend because Noah stole everything else from Lee's childhood, which is what brothers do, but alright. And I understand that. I completely get it. But you can't just ban someone from not dating the person that they have a crush on or that they really, really like. That's not really cool, man. Unless it was like incest or something. I don't know. There's no actual reason to ban Elle from dating Noah. The second movie, Noah basically just goes off to college and Elle starts gaining trust issues because Noah was a player in high school and now he's off to college and she can't like watch him and stuff, make it sound like he's 5. And she suspects Noah is cheating on her when she finds an earring under his bed. There's also this new guy named Marco who is actually better than Noah, like better personality, better looks and stuff. And Elle cheats on Noah with Marco and they break up, but she completely rejects Marco, you know, the safer option, and gets back together with Noah. That's the whole second movie. In the third movie, this one actually deserves 0 stars because the writing was really bad. Elle and Lee tried to do everything on this bucket list thing that they made when they were kids because this will be their last summer together because they're not going to college together, which is just like, no, this will not be your last summer together. And throughout the whole movie, there's just fighting, trust issues, crying, and in the end, Elle and Noah officially break up and Elle actually ends up finding herself. But that's it. That's the whole third movie. First movie, I was really stupid as a kid because when I watched it, for some reason, I really liked The Kissing Booth. And then when I rewatched it as a teenager, I realized, yeah, this is not good. 1 star because I do like the editing. The second movie got a bit better, but the fact that Elle still chose Noah, even though all of those trust issues are still going to be there, and she did cheat on him, I mean, that just puts it at 1 star. Again, because the editing was good. And the third one, 0 stars. Nothing good happens in this movie. So we're actually gonna move on to a K-drama now. I don't know why I'm so excited to talk about it because it really wasn't that good in the end. The next one is Love Alarm, directed by Lee Na-jeong for season 1, while Kim Jin-woo and Park Yo Yo-young took over as directors for season 2. Love Alarm follows a high school girl named Kim Jojo, and the series is about an app called Love Alarm. And how it works is when someone is in a close vicinity of you, your phone will go off if they have a crush on you, and vice versa. If you get into a close vicinity of your crush, their phone will go off. That's basically it. What's the science behind it? How does your phone know that your crush is in the close vicinity? I don't know, guys. There's no science. It's just fiction. Anyway, Kim Jojo has a really dark past and is abused by her aunt and cousin. But however, these two guys who happen to be best friends, Hwang Sun-oh and Lee Hae-young, both end up falling for Jojo. And at first she starts dating Sun-oh, but then she breaks up with him for literally like no reason. And in the end, she gets with Hae-young. This show it had so much potential, but then it ended so poorly. 1 star. Next, we actually have another K-drama called Nevertheless, directed by Kim Ga-ram. Nevertheless follows this art student named Yu Nabi who falls for this toxic guy named Park Jaeon. It's basically a friends with benefits story and follows other characters as well, but Nabi just makes so many horrible decisions regarding relationships and just keeps choosing toxicity over happiness. I have also seen so many times in real life with people I actually know. I will never understand it, and a lot of people actually do not like this K-drama because the characters are so frustrating. Honestly, at this point, 0 stars. It was not good. Speaking of toxic people who make horrible decisions, our next one is the entire After series. I mean, I don't even know where to start with these movies. I haven't even seen them all. I've seen other YouTube critics criticize these movies, and because I actually don't want to waste my time with something that's just repetitive over and over for 5 movies. And I actually do want to go into deeper detail someday and actually watch the movies in the future because I just hate myself, but also because I kind of want to make fun of it. But I'll just summarize the first movie. After follows a girl named Tessa going off to college. Already off the bat, her roommate is a druggy person and is friends with this guy named Hardin. Now, Hardin is a spoiled, rich British child who, you guessed it, has the body of 99% toxicity and 1% water. And Tessa somehow falls for him even though she has a boyfriend back home. And when Hardin and her start dating, it turns out that Hardin just wanted to date Tessa because he wanted to win a bet. A few movies and books have actually done this kind of trope before, and it's just so predictable at this point. The first movie, I'm going to give it 1 star because I actually liked how they started off the story with Tessa moving into college and gaining new experiences, even though they weren't good experiences. The rest of the series, 0 stars because all Tessa and Hardin do is fight, break up, and get back together. That's it for 5 movies. Moving on from all that, we're actually going to move into something even more like terrible. Next, we have all of the monster series from Netflix. And these series are based off of the Dahmer story, the Ed Gein story, and the Menendez brothers story. And all of these are true crime shows following these murderers' lives. And if it was just a normal documentary, I wouldn't give it 1 star. It would probably get 5 stars, but that's solely based off of like the editing and stuff. I don't really like to review documentaries because it's based off of real life, so I feel like I shouldn't rate that because that just feels really wrong. These I'm going to give, I don't even know if I should give it 1 star because Hollywood changed the real stories, especially the Ed Gein story. Only 20% of that show is actually what happened in real life. The rest is completely fiction. Hollywood just took these famous stories and twisted them even more so that they're entertaining, and they just don't leave the reality in it at all, and they especially do not leave any sympathy or regards for the victims and their families. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't even think those series deserve 1 star. Just know that you shouldn't believe what those shows are saying because they will try and make you like sympathize for like Dahmer or Ed Gein, and they took away lives that we can never get back. So I do not recommend watching these shows. Next, we have Tall Girl 1 and 2, directed directed by, I'm gonna say this wrong and I really do apologize, Nizingha Stewart? I'm sorry. And Tall Girl was directed by Emily Ting. Tall Girl is about this high school girl named Jody, who is 6'1". Wait, that's it? That's it. She gets harassed and bullied by the entire school, basically, just for being tall, and she just takes every single insult. But everything changes when she meets this Swedish exchange student named Stig, who is taller than her. She tries to get him to like her back by changing her style and trying to be more confident, but he's kind of a jerk in the end, and she realizes that she should have been with the guy who has always loved her their entire childhood, Dunkelman, who is shorter than her, but is a really great guy. Yeah, this movie is so pointless because I'm sure that a lot of tall girls have gotten like bullied during school because kids are cruel, but I just have a strong feeling that they didn't treat it like it was the end of the world. Like, far more people have gone through worse than just being tall. The first movie gets 1 star. Now in the second movie, Jody gets a lead role in Bye Bye Birdie, and she gains a lot of popularity, but she also has to deal with relatable issues like non-communication, anxiety, panic attacks, and mental health issues. But she has mental health issues for different reasons other than being tall, which is slightly better than the first one, but I'm still going to give it 1 star. There shouldn't have been a sequel to Tall Girl. A lot of people did really like the first one, but that was just solely because it's a high school romance. And my final movie on this list for today is Twilight Eclipse. I would also like to go more into detail with all of the Twilight movies, gotta let me know. But in the third movie, Bella finds herself in a love triangle revolving Edward and Jacob, but at the same time, a vampire named Victoria from the first movie is creating an army of newborn vampires hunt Bella, and this situation forces the Cowan family and the werewolves to form an uneasy alliance to take down the newborns, and they do in like 2 seconds. Like, an entire war breaks out just for Bella, and it ends in 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. What I really don't like about this movie is the love triangle, because in the second movie, Bella is trying to get over Edward, but she never does. They get back together, but still values her relationship with Jacob. And in this third one, all of that development seems to have just gone away because Bella cheats on Edward with Jacob, and he's okay with it. In my Twilight video, I mentioned how I don't like the character Bella and how she gets way too much main character energy. That fact still stands. This movie just proves my point. But out of all the Twilight movies, this one is the worst one. They did not need it, and I hate love triangles a lot sometimes because they can get just so ridiculous so fast. The choices are either a hot athlete who has the mental capacity of a 13-year-old versus the nerd who is actually a great guy but is somehow not attractive to the main character. Twilight just takes it in so much of a weirder direction, so 1 star. And that's it. I technically just reviewed 16 movies / shows just now. How convenient, because this is our 16th episode of Cowan Critiques. You know what? I totally meant to do that on purpose. Yeah, I'm just that cool. Ew. Before y'all go, I do have some bad news. Unfortunately, I will not be posting a video every single week because it's already time for me to go back to work / school. So videos will start to come out at random times instead of every single Saturday, and it will probably continue to be like that until next summer when the schedule comes back to normal. I'm sorry. But still leave me any suggestions for what movies I should criticize next. Make sure to go check out my newest music video, When the Rain Stops, over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And I will see you guys in the next film or Cowan Critique. Bye!